In the lively town of Ahenema, a growing community on the edge of Accra, where tall buildings stood beside old mango trees and quiet gutters ran behind houses, there lived a young girl named Nadia Mensah. She was the only child of Mama Adwa and Mr. Mensah, small-scale poultry farmers who worked hard every day. Nadia was not just beautiful. She was astonishing. Her skin glowed like freshly pressed shea butter. Her eyes sparkled like city lights on a Friday night. Her lips were soft and full. Her waist was slim, and her hair was thick, long, and dark like the midnight sky. People used to say God took a special day to create her. But with that beauty came a dangerous amount of pride. Her parents lived in an average home and sold eggs, so they had an hen coop they took care of every morning. But Nadia always refused to help, for she was too pretty for this. She was also too pretty to wash dishes or to cook, so her mother did all that. She was too pretty, as she says, to even clean the bathroom after she uses it. Her best friend was mirrors. She would sit in front of the round mirror her father had bought for her from a merchant in Makola. She would tilt her neck left and right, pout her lips, flutter her lashes, and smile proudly. Who is more beautiful than Nadia? Nobody. Not in Ahenema, not in all of Ghana. She whispered to her reflection. A queen like me deserves a man with riches, big cars, big house, big everything. Anytime her mom asked her to help her little brothers clean the coops, she would just stand and admire herself while they fought and did all sort of mess. When other girls swept their compounds or fetched water, Nadia would be busy inside applying lip gloss. When the women cleaned the community and their homes on Saturdays, she stayed home painting her nails with all sort of designs. When the town gathered for sanitation day, Nadia would come outside and just be looking at herself in her mirror. Even the mirror seemed tired of her face. Her friends loved her, but she didn't return their kindness. One by one, they got married. First Zainab, then Efia, then Mary, but they married ordinary men like teachers, motorbike riders, and mechanics. Nadia mocked them. Zainab, look at your husband, his shirt is faded. Efia, your man rides Okada. Mary, yours doesn't even own a smartphone. She laughed loudly. Her friends ignored her, but sometimes they cried alone. Still, they were happy in their marriages, and that made Nadia even more jealous. Let them enjoy their poor life, she muttered. Nadia will marry a man who drives a Range Rover, not a taxi. One busy Saturday, Ahenema market was buzzing with people. Women sold tomatoes, peppers, kontumaya. Children chased each other. Loudspeakers played Afro beats under the shade of an almond tree. Nadia, dressed in her finest kente skirt and a glittering blouse that shimmered under the sun. She tied a bright scarf around her hair and rubbed more oil on her skin until she glowed. Then she stepped out like a queen. People stopped and stared. She's beautiful, an old woman murmured, but her heart is empty. She walks like we owe her money. A young boy laughed. Nadia didn't care. She enjoyed every stare. Suddenly, she bumped into someone. Her handbag fell, and the other person's tomatoes scattered. It was Nana, the oldest woman in the community. Her back was bent with age, her movement slow, her eyesight weak. The crowd gasped. Oh no, it's Naana. Nadia stood tall, lips curled in disgust. Why are you standing in my way like some confused goat? Look what you've done to my clothes. Do you even know who I am? The old woman looked up softly. My child, forgive me. My eyes aren't strong anymore. Then stay in your house, Nadia shouted. Don't bring your rotten wood near me again. People murmured. Nadia, apologize. She is an elder. But Nadia turned, hissed, and walked away. Naana slowly gathered her tomatoes, shaking her head. She lifted her hands to the sky and declared, Nadia, the mirror you worship will soon reject you. May your beauty fade like melting candle wax. May your pride become your prison. You shall not regain beauty until you live with the ugliest man alive. Only then will your heart learn. The market went silent. Subscribe to Stories of Africa now because Wahala is about to occur. That night, Nadia looked into her mirror and felt heat rising on her skin. She laughed nervously. What nonsense is this? But the mirror cracked slightly. Her reflection flickered. The next morning, her scream shook the whole neighborhood. What is this? This is not me. Her smooth skin had become rough like dry gari. Her nose had widened. Her lips cracked. Her hair fell in patches. Her once bright eyes looked dull. She ran outside crying. Children screamed. Chickens scattered. Mama, look at me! She wept. I'm cursed. Mama Adwa cried too. This is pride's fruit. You mocked people. You shamed Naana. I'll say sorry. I'll clean her room. I'll buy her food, Nadia cried. But when they went to Naana's house, she was gone. No one knew where she had gone. Nadia became a shadow. She hid indoors. People whispered about her downfall. Soon, a mysterious traveler arrived in Ahenema. He wore a long robe and a wide straw hat. He asked for Nadia. The curse can be lifted, he said, but only if you marry the oldest, ugliest man alive. A man with foul breath, dirty skin, and many demands. Marry him not with your body, but with your soul. Nadia cried for days. Must I marry a monster? She knew this was her test. One morning, a knock shook the door. Mama Adwa opened it and nearly fainted. A short old man stood there, hunched back. Big stomach, beard long and tangled. His skin wrinkled like dried okra. His breath smelled like spoiled kenki. Only 3 brown teeth sat in his mouth. I am Kojo Bonsam, he said, with a crooked smile. I have come to marry Nadia. Nadia stepped outside and froze. He looks worse than my curse. But she remembered the messenger's words. I accept, she whispered. The whole town gathered in shock. The wedding was silent. No music, no dancing. She left to the village with the one she will be calling my husband. Can you imagine? That night in Kojo Bonsam's cramped, stinking room, he snored like thunder. His feet smelled horrible. He drooled. He farted loudly. Nadia sat awake, praying for strength. Over time, she realized he wasn't only ugly, he was mean. Cook, wash my feet, scratch my back, stop breathing loudly. But Nadia endured. She woke early, cleaned, cooked, fetched water, washed his clothes. She apologized to old friends, helped elderly women, played with children, helped at the stream, even smiled at beggars. One day, she helped a little girl who had fallen. Nana was watching from under a mango tree. She whispered, her heart has changed. That night, Nana appeared in Nadia's dream. My daughter, she said gently, your beauty is back, not on your skin, but in your heart. Tomorrow, you shall see. When Nadia woke up, she rushed to the mirror and screamed with joy. Her beauty had returned even brighter. She ran outside. The whole town cheered. Kojo Bonsam stumbled out. Who are you? My wife is ugly. Thank you, Nadia said kindly. You were part of my journey. But who will cook for me now? He cried. She gave him food. May someone love you as you are. She left that day and went back to her proper community at Stories of Africa Estates. Soon after, a wealthy young entrepreneur from East Legon visited Ahenema. He heard of Nadia's transformation on one Facebook post he was reading. He fell in love not with her face alone, but with who she had become. Their wedding was grand music, dancing, laughter. But Nadia never forgot her lesson. She treated everyone with respect, greeted elders, played with children, even visited Kojo Bonsam and brought him new clothes. She no longer worshipped her mirror. Her true beauty now lived in her heart. Nadia's transformation became the talk of every social media app and homes for months. Mothers told their daughters her story. Teachers used it during assemblies. People commented on every post they saw about her, not just because she regained her beauty, but because her character had changed completely. She smiled at neighbors she once ignored. She greeted security guards kindly. She helped street vendors arrange their wares. She donated food to the elderly and comforted widows. The people of Ahenema felt lighter because of her new heart. Even in her new home, she swept her own room, helped her maids, and sat with the kitchen staff during breaks. People often asked her, "How did you change so much?" She simply replied, "When life breaks you, it rebuilds you better if your heart is willing." Years later, Nadia became known across the region. She went for interviews and told her story of the mysterious old woman, Nana, and how she realized she really had to change. Whenever she saw a girl acting arrogant or mocking others, she gently pulled her aside and said, "Sit down. Let me tell you a story." And she would recount her journey from pride to shame, from ugliness to rebirth. So, before I draw the curtains down, I want you to know that pride destroys, but humility restores. Beauty without kindness is empty. Respect everyone, no matter their age, wealth, or status. True change begins in the heart. Thank you for watching Stories of Africa, and see you on the next post.